No.
How does that sound?
No.
There.
Good morning. You popped. You redlined.
Oh, the iPods don't work for the yell. Okay, well, we learned that today. On episode 1460, Monday, May 13th, 2024. Happy late Mother's Day to all the moms in the Hardo Hive out there. You are the best, the absolute best. Thank you for cheating on the news with us. 80-ish% accuracy guaranteed. Okay, patreon.com/HARDFACTOR if you need more. And if you want to support the boys, we're talking pig kidneys, plain jacket, auroras, and more on this episode.
Hell yeah. Not only shout out to all the mothers, shout out to all the mothers for sure, but hope they had an amazing pampered weekend. But shout out to the mother of your children, fellas, and our mothers.
Yes.
And also 2 new mothers of the Hardo Hive. If you join our Discord, which comes with any level of Patreon at patreon.com/HARDFACTOR, we have a nice little community in there. It's not all doom and gloom news. We got a fun news channel. We talk fun personal stuff in our lives.
Oh, yeah.
Pics of galore are everywhere. And things like 2 new fucking beautiful babies from Hardo Hive members, The Soup and Young Al. Congratulations.
Nice.
2 new babies in the hive.
2 new babies this week. Congratulations to your families and your baby mamas, fellas.
Congrats
to all the stepmoms out there that, might not love the children as much as a natural mom, but still, love them as their own.
Funny you should mention that. Yes. I have a stepmom story where she's definitely not in love with her stepson after you hear it today.
It's a big day. It's a big day for steps, They don't know if they're going to be included or not. And so the year that they are, boy, that's big. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Shout out to all the ladies that don't know they're pregnant yet. And hope you're in an easy state. And then shout out to the ladies that are going to get pregnant this year.
Shout out to vaginas.
Shout out.
Man?
Yeah.
Yeah, women, moms, the best.
Yeah.
And next year.
Shout out to wombs. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, look, we're all here. Will, you're in your hometown, right? Our hometown, I should say.
I'm in my childhood bedroom in Herndon, Virginia. Yeah, that's right.
Let's go. We love Herndon.
Let's go.
All right, I'm going to get it started. So it's bad news for another pig organ transplant recipient. We talked about the guy last week. Well, apparently there have been 2, and they're 0 for 2 on pig heart transplants. This guy, let me find him. This guy here, 58-year-old Lawrence Fawcett, he's smiling after a pig heart transplant. He wouldn't be smiling 6 weeks later when he died from massive heart failure. The pig heart kept him alive for 6 whole weeks before it went full pig heart to human and failed massively.
So initially, right, it was like a certain protein that they didn't realize that they needed to have, and then they figured it out. Like, oh, shit. It was like a big scientific breakthrough. Hey, we can't just be throwing kidneys up in there or hearts or whatever because we need this other protein. And then they figured it out, I guess. But then I guess maybe they didn't.
Yeah, they're modified, Pat, so they did something with the protein. They're not just like straight from pig to, it's not farm to table.
Right. No, the protein, I think, like tells the body not to attack it effectively, or like that it's yours.
Yeah. But it fails.
It's still human beta testing phase, though.
It is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is. Fawcett, unlike the first guy, I don't think he was a felon at all. He was a Navy veteran. The guy just showed a husband and father of 2 from Frederick, Maryland, and they gave him a fucking pig heart. I guess he wasn't eligible for a human heart, which probably would have been the better option. Anyways, it's not just pig hearts they're stuffing in sick humans. They're now doing modified pig kidney transplants as well, which leads us to today's story. 7 weeks ago, 62-year-old Richard Slayman became the first man to receive a pig kidney transplant, which took place.
Dick Slayman.
Yeah, Dick Slayman.
What a Dick Slayman, man.
Dick Slayman.
Yeah, the Slayman.
Wow.
Yeah. Whoa. Cuts him down at the knees.
Yeah. Slayman Dick, if you do go last name to first.
They better broke out all the stops to save Dick Slayman.
Rick Slayman.
Well, Slayman was slayed by the pig kidney, I think, because he died suddenly 7 weeks after that transplant.
Fuck.
6 weeks, 7 weeks. Pattern.
Yeah, they're all lasting about 6 or 7 weeks. It's like Darkman. He could only do his masks for 60 minutes. And they would, anyways, that would make the most sense that the kidney got him. But the hospital doesn't want anyone to rush to judgment saying there was no indication Slayman's sudden passing was due to the pig kidney transplant. It could have been anything.
No.
Right, we're gonna have to jam 10, 15, 20 more hearts and kidneys in these fools before we can make any sort of assessment.
The autopsy revealed he had a pig kidney.
Right.
Cause of death.
Yeah.
Manner of death.
Could it have been the pig
Idiocy.
kidney that completely shut down the only kidney Sleeman had functioning that caused a sudden death? Maybe, but it also could have been butterflies in the stomach. That joke hits harder if you're watching on video, unless you're a huge Operation fan.
Operation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
to that joke.
Yeah. Dude, that game was scary. It shocked you.
That was your first experience with extreme stress.
I love that game though.
It was
frustrating.
I hated that game.
Yeah.
It was intense as fuck, dude.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
No one
shaking, you know.
Yeah.
No one had it.
Trying to get the shit out.
The only time we ever got to come in contact with it was like someone's older brother who got it. The first generation was the only generation of Operation.
My family had it, and I sucked at it, and I hated it. I like Don't Break the Ice way better. Let's hope it wasn't the pig kidney, which definitely killed Sleeman. Because for Lisa Pisano's sake, because she's the second person. Where is she? She's the second person to receive a pig kidney transplant. She got it last month. Hopefully the hospital at NYU Langone Health is keeping the news of Richard Sleeman away from her while she's still in intensive care with her pig kidney. She's about 1 week 5. So
well, she's due.
That's tough.
Yeah, let's not tell Lisa.
Sorry, how long? Like to Pat's point, how many more of these things they jamming in people before they, pull the plug on this whole human testing thing?
Well, there's no signs of pulling the plug, Will. They're just
very
optimistic.
Okay.
Well, yeah, it's not like not a lot of options when you're looking down the barrel of a pig heart.
Well, see, so they've done four pig.
I'll try anything, they'll say.
Well, I thought there's. I'll get to something in a second, but then I figured it out. So far, they've done 4 pig transplants, 2 human hearts, 2 kidneys. 3 of the 4 people died within 2 months. It's like safer to get on a SpaceX spaceship these days. Advance is coming soon, though, right? Yeah. I was thinking, have they tried large monkey organ transplants? Aren't they the most similar to humans?
Yeah, technically, yes.
I was thinking about DNA. Wait, I was thinking about this though. What do you think? Some people are different, are closer to different types of great apes, of primates. Probably. Because some people kind of look.
Don't like where this is going.
No. Like I would be maybe like a gorilla, whereas somebody else would be more like a chimp related. You know what I'm saying?
Someone with a prolapse asshole is like a baboon.
People have different body types, and maybe we're more closely related to certain primates than others. They should do
anal porn stars.
Ancestry.com of which primate you're closest to.
I agree with you, but I thought I'd crack the code, and I was like, "You're welcome, science and doctors." But a quick Google search, which I did for journalistic purposes, showed me that the main downfall of the monkey organs, which they did try and have completely shut down, is they're highly likely to transfer herpes 8, very deadly herpes to humans that will kill you within a week. I almost got herpes 8 once in college from a chick. You know what I mean? She was disgusting.
Man, we could only even get herpes 3, which is if you have 1 and 2 together. 8 must be intense.
8's pretty high up there.
Mm-hmm.
You want a low herpes? Yeah.
How many humans?
Herpes ape.
Mark, did you look up how many humans have gotten herpes 8?
Everyone that has gotten a transplant.
But okay, so herpes sucks.
What if you could catch it from a monkey? Have people caught it from a monkey in other ways? You see how I'm getting that?
If you die from herpes 8 and you didn't get a transplant, I'm pretty sure you fucked a monkey.
Right, it had to be right.
That's a bad sign.
But are you going to take monkeys in Florida have a bunch of herpes they were giving people? Those
I think so. Yeah.
Are you going to take herpes 8 and life versus
for a week though?
Oh, herpes 8 is bad on a human.
It kills you so fast.
Pat, you don't want it, bro.
It's not like good.
It's bad on a human.
Yes, it's not look good at all.
Don't try to stand up to herpes 8, Pat.
Throw herpes 8 in the old Google and then switch over to the images tab.
No thanks.
All right, one more health-related story. As we discussed earlier, Happy Mother's Day, but it wasn't for all mothers. And as Wes mentioned, stepmothers earlier. A New Mexico stepmother was shot in the neck by her 21-year-old stepson when she went to give him a hug at his graduation. 21-year-old Christian Ben Como, this piece of shit here, graduated from the Southwest Secondary Learning Center, a charter school and prep school for, I'm assuming, troubled kids. It caps out at 12th grade, which Christian finally passed at the age of 21.
No way, 21.
That's awesome.
That's just sticking around for the tail. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
That's what that is.
But if it wasn't already going to be tough for Christian to get hired for failing a high school grade at least 3 times, it's going to be tougher now after he shot and almost killed his stepmother at graduation. She miraculously survived, and he's going to.
Whoa, nice.
He fucked that up too, huh? Just
yeah. Couldn't even do that. People in attendance thought it was a firecracker or a pop balloon because it was a joyous occasion at the graduation, but it was just crazy Christian proving once again he's a problem. And at this point, I'd like to say that I read the story how I wanted to at first. It was not Christian's graduation. It was his stepbrother's, the stepmother's biological son, who's probably more like 18. He just showed up at the graduation to shoot his stepmother in the neck.
Well, but that could be part of the motive too. Like you're seeing her kid graduate on time.
Yeah, I have a feeling Christian just dropped out of high school, period. Right. It was probably
you're 21, you're still in high school. You see her real kid graduating, 3 years earlier than you. He
has no diploma, Will. You're right. And I think that along those lines, Christian was probably like, where were you when I needed help on homework that I couldn't do?
Stepmom. I'm going to call you mom. I'm going to shoot you.
Yeah. So anyways, stepmother, she survived. Christian's being held with no bail, and it looks like some people in the audience of over 100 and/or the cops worked him over pretty good since he shot someone in the neck at a graduation, roughed him up a little bit. He's not getting out of jail anytime soon.
No.
The hug shoot is brutal, bro.
Yeah. It was apparently it was right after they had given out all the diplomas, and everyone in the audience was about to hand their loved ones a rose. It was at the rose handing point, and she was going up to give her son a rose, but wanted to give her stepson a hug before, and that's when he shot her.
It's a condescending hug, though.
Yeah. No, it's excuse me, I have to give a rose to my one graduate in the family.
Excuse me, I need to commence with something.
Yeah. So he didn't like it. Should have probably stayed at home.
She probably whispered, "You're a failure."
Yeah. They probably ruined their restaurant plans as well. Have you guys been to any good restaurants lately?
Where's your diploma?
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah. Can't go to restaurants when you're shot in the neck. I've been craving a nice steak and baked potato at a restaurant. Something about that restaurant experience and quality, it just hits different. It's fucking expensive, though. That is until our sponsors at CookUnity decided to provide the restaurant experience for a fraction of the price, delivered straight to your home. Yeah. CookUnity is the first chef to you service, delivering locally sourced meals from award-winning chefs right to your door every week. It's also cheaper than even other delivery options. Speaking of steaks, I got a steak burrito from CookUnity that I ate this weekend, and whoa, we'll get that again. CookUnity is delicious.
Yeah, it really is.
Incredible, because it's real chef. It's like top chefs sending you food. It's also incredibly affordable, and I get to support local chefs and suppliers, which is awesome. No cooking required for a chef quality dining experience right at home. Unlike other meal services, CookUnity is a chef collective bringing exciting culinary talent straight to your table. CookUnity works with some of the best chefs in the country to bring creative, delicious meals to you every week. Every meal is handcrafted by chefs, made in local micro kitchens, not large production facilities. They've got all sorts of dietary things for you can, if you like to eat vegan, paleo, if you like that steak, go for it. Menus are posted every 2 weeks in advance. They have hundreds of options to choose from. Plenty of time for you to get those set up. Experience chef quality meals every week delivered right to your door. Go to cookunity.com/HARDFACTOR or enter code HARDFACTOR before checkout for 50% off your first week. Whoa, that's 50% off your first week by using code HARDFACTOR or going to cookunity.com/HARDFACTOR.
Hell yeah. Okay, some real quick breaking news that I do not like. That's that shit I don't like. Steve Buscemi punched in the face in New York City.
What?
Randomly.
Yeah, saw that.
It's been great when influencers have been getting punched in the face, and then also other influencers not getting punched in the face, but lying about being punched in the face so they could have something to talk about. But Steve Buscemi, former New York City fireman, who
He's
went
a national
down,
treasure.
He just volunteered recently.
Well, he also hadn't been a fireman for like 8 years when 9/11 happened, and he got his ass down there.
Yes, he
and,
did.
Became a fireman again for 2 weeks after 9/11, cleaning up the rubble and helping people.
Yeah, I think he did it last year too. He's an icon. He's a hero.
He's an icon. He's a hero. He's an independent cinema guy. He's rich too, and still an independent cinema guy. And someone punched him in the face, and that's not cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Never forget.
Calmer than that guy is, Donnie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can't fuck with any of those guys, Goodman, Bridges, or Buscemi. You just can't. I mean, you got to leave them alone.
Who did it, Pat?
Oh, some psychopath, some nut job, some
crazy person,
insane guy. Yeah, what are you gonna do? Anyway, guys, this is exciting. So I didn't know this. You might not know this, but there's not a lot of pandas. We know that pandas are endangered. There's not a lot of pandas that you can see, period. There's about 1,800 pandas that live in the wild in China. But you might think, oh, man, I'll go to the zoo, see a panda. It's way more rare than you think to have pandas at your zoo. In fact, the only place in America, or Estados Unidos, North America, the United States, I don't want to be an asshole. America is technically Canada and also down to Central America. Okay, this country, got it? Which you better show me your papers so you can get out. Atlanta is the only place you can see panda. They got 4 of them, a couple of pairs of twins. Pretty cool.
Well, I could have told you that because designer song Panda, 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 Panda. He's got broads in Atlanta.
That's true. I don't know if that's what that was about.
I think he's singing about the Maybach or like the black and white Rolls Royce. But
I doubt still, designer knows that there's pandas at the Atlanta Zoo. But I don't know.
More on designer later when we talk about jerking off on the Mile High Club.
There you go.
For that.
Mexico City is the only place where you can see pandas also in the Americas. Okay, Qatar was one of the last countries that China sent pandas to. That was ahead of the World Cup hosting. They were supposed to be kept in an indoor enclosure for people to see, but let's be honest, some oil guy has them. They do fly in fresh bamboo each week to feed them. That's insane. In Moscow, the Moscow Zoo welcomed its first pair of pandas. Ruyi and a female named Ding Ding. She's an idiot. Yeah, they're actually on lease. Xi Jinping leased the pandas during an official visit to Russia as a, quote, sign of respect and trust. Berlin's got some pandas. That's pretty cool. They got there in 2017. And, China. There's some new pandas born in captivity. It's pretty cool.
I don't think anyone told Pat that we did this story last week.
Oh, okay.
Is this about the panda dogs?
It is about the panda dogs.
They are cute.
We could do it again.
Well, why would we do that?
They're so cute.
Why would we do that?
I thought he was genuinely doing a story about new pandas.
No, I called a minute ago and I was like, how do we get out of this one?
Want to pop them up though? Because they're very cute. I mean, they're so cute.
I think it was the show you weren't on, Pat. In fact,
yeah, there you go.
Super cute dogs.
All right, well, let's hear about some natural phenomenon in the sky.
Well, Pat.
Well, show the picture. You have to show the picture.
Show the picture, and also we need to get your take on this because all of us were saying, "Love it." Would you? Oh, did they spray paint though? I was hoping it was dye and not spray paint. Pat, would you want one of these in your home?
No, I don't want a chow. It's a chow dog.
No?
Chow chow.
Chow chow.
You don't want a chow chow that's dyed like a panda?
I want a panda chow chow.
I like a panda chow chow. I'm in it.
It makes me think you could do this to like dogs for other types of animals too, like
a
zebra,
Saint Bernard.
You know, if you see people shave their golden retrievers and make them look like lions, that's cool. That's pretty cool.
Yes. Very cool.
Next up,
Pat, you don't want one of those things?
That was new video though, Pat. No, we didn't. We hadn't seen that video yet.
That is new pictures. They're a week older now.
Yeah, there you go.
Hey Pat, did you see if they still have it open? Are they still running the panda dog exhibit?
Yeah, no, they're still there. Still there.
Okay.
I did see one comment that claimed that zoo, but I only saw one because I was looking through all the stuff. And they said one person said that this zoo has all sorts of different dog exhibits. They make it very clear, but then no one else backed that person.
So it's just a giant scam.
Yeah, it might be. I think they're like the signs are clearly labeled at all the dog exhibits, but
it's kind of fun
no one
though,
backed them up.
If it's all dogs, you can just walk into the cages and play with them. You know?
Yeah.
I'd go to a zoo that was just all dogs made to look like other animals.
Yeah, you can
Hell
play
yeah.
with them. Yeah,
Yeah.
because they're not gonna bite you. They're all like friendly. You give them treats and shit.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a zoo.
Well, it's
Like
like
what?
it's an
Well, it's
Makes
like
imaginary.
a zoo.
It's like a scam zoo. Yeah.
It's a cafe with
Right.
dogs.
Sure.
Right.
It's a petting zoo with
Yeah.
fake animals. Yeah.
It also probably really works best for the pandas, and I think that guy might have just been lying, but who knows? Because
Well, there you
what are
go.
you gonna do? You're gonna do like a dog crocodile?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dog crocodile would be awesome.
Wow.
How would you do that?
Producer Eric's got some
Probably
great panda
Pitbull.
stats. If you guys see this, he said some stats. As few as 1,864 giant pandas live in their natural habitat. Pat said that one. Pandas have a diet consisting of 98% bamboo, which we all knew. They eat up to 27 pounds of bamboo every day. Pandas.
It's a high fiber.
Yeah, it's like
That's
the
a lot of
celery of
There's a
animal.
lot of bamboo.
Yeah, but koalas have it best because they sleep like 20 hours a day and just eat eucalyptus and get high and they fuck. They just sleep, do drugs, and fuck. That's their whole life.
Yeah.
Koalas are cool. Koalas are cooler.
Real quick though, you know what I think is cooler than both of them? Red pandas. I would go red panda over regular panda all day.
Red pandas are amazing.
They're cute.
Right? Red panda.
Very cool.
No one likes a red panda. Okay.
What? Red pandas, they're so
No, they're
chill.
cute. They're so
They're
cute.
awesome.
They hang out
And they do like they do like the little bear motion when they're like
Yeah.
Okay.
They're like monkey bears.
Yeah.
Yes.
Monkey bears. Yeah, it's like a classy raccoon, Wes. You know?
Yeah.
Just disappointing, really.
Well, I'm sorry, Pat.
They're-
Not this part, red pandas.
No, this will change your mind on red pandas.
Oh, you don't like red pandas at all?
Just like guys
so cute.
rolling a zoos thinking that they're going to see pandas. And
Yeah, you don't have that in your face. What about this one?
I went to the DC Zoo when they had both the panda and the red panda, and the red panda trumped it by far.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You don't want to hug that thing?
Unbelievably cute. It's the cutest animal on planet Earth.
The only thing that rivals it's a chow chow panda.
Or the tree kangaroo. Those are pretty cute too. From
True.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's keep going around our global trip here around the world. Fantastic to revisit the zoo in China there with the panda dogs.
No, it wasn't.
It was. Pat, I love the story.
Pat, we worked our way through it. We talked about it for like 7 minutes.
I
It
thought
was
it was
a
fantastic.
full segment.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I got a story for you guys about coming back to Herndon, okay, our hometown. Always the best. I've had the deli, Cantina d'Italia already, so I've had both of those. Going to reheat them both again before I leave.
Hit the two spots, huh?
Yeah, hit the two spot, my only spots. Got to hit it as much as I can when I go here. Stuff down the Italian food. Watch my almost 10-year-old nephew score 3 goals and 2 assists in a soccer game in Charlottesville.
Fuck those kids up.
He's balling, yeah. They won big. And then caught up with Dad, of course, Mom on Mother's Day, and then Colin's family, our boy who we used to podcast with. Colin.
Did you find the tunnel lady? Do we know? 'Cause we never found her address. Ask around about the tunnel lady when you're
the
there.
tunnel lady. All right, I'm gonna start asking.
She's the woman who made national news because she was like building a tunnel under her house, and it looked like it was in your neighborhood. I couldn't find the address. But some photos. People will tell you where the tunnel lady is.
What the hell was she up to, Pat?
She was fucking tunneling. She got obsessed with tunneling, and she started tunneling and like putting it on TikTok. And people were really, really concerned because she has no structural engineering background whatsoever, and was really tunneling deep in there.
Whoa! I hope there's not a tunnel under my house now.
Yeah.
I could see somebody tunneling in my.
Pretty sure it's on your street. I'm pretty sure.
I bet it is. We got some characters on here, but guys, most interesting of all about the travel. This is all the rest of this is a travel besides the Aurora that we're going to talk about. I took the red eye to Dulles. Okay, I have bad luck on red eyes. Okay, so this is the second time I've had the person next to me wake up with night terrors on a red eye. Okay, the dude sitting to my right wakes up out of nowhere like 2 hours into the flight and just goes, "Ah!" You know, and just like wakes up everybody within a few rows. Fucking night terror. Second time. The first time was when I was landing in JFK and the girl shit her pants when she had a night terror. So second red eye. Yeah, second red eye where I've had night terror people within pretty much next seat over.
You got to not take a red eye if you're a night terror person.
Maybe it's you.
No, Wes, I think that's what I'm saying. I'm done with red eyes. This is what it's getting to. But then check this out. This is the craziest one. So Then I'm about to leave the airport after the second night terror on a red eye experience.
I'm trapped by this fat guy.
The chick in her pants would cross the aisle for me. I don't know how I could have influenced her. This guy, this dude, he just has night terrors. It was weird. But then, so then I was about to leave Dulles. Okay, my parents do the thing where they like cheat the system where they pick you up at the drop off at the end. You know.
Oh yeah.
So I'm at the bottom. I just get my bag and I'm about to go up to the ticketing level, which
Nice.
most people don't do when they're leaving, right? So I'm going up the escalators to the ticket level, and there's a huge line of people for the escalator. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? Why is this big line of people here? And then I look up, and it's double escalators up anyway, so nobody's going on the other one. But then I look up, and there's an old man who has fallen down on the escalator, right? So this 78, 80-year-old dude, big dude, like 6'3" dude, he had fallen down backwards on the escalator and like onto his wife and two little ladies behind him. And then he's just stuck on the escalator, and the whole line of people is just like kind of like stun lock, just watching it happen. And so I started like walking towards it, and I'm like, he needs help. And then there's like a guy on the escalator next to the one going up, and I'm like, could you go help him? And he's just like, then he starts like freaking out and just like starts like, you know, shaking his hands, doesn't do anything. So I sprint up the escalator on the, you know, next to the dude, get to the claw at the top of the escalator just in time to hoist him. And he was a big dude, so it took like all my strength to hoist him over the claw at the end of the escalator, so he didn't his pants didn't, because there was a story 2 weeks ago
That'll kill you.
Elderly person getting killed by an escalator like that.
Yeah.
And so I hoisted him up, lifted him over, and then it was so weird because like he was like kind of out of it, like he wouldn't respond to anybody. He was just woozy, maybe having like a kind of a stroke or something.
He woke up from a night terror at that moment.
Yeah, maybe it was a second night terror, a waking night terror or something. But yeah, and then so like. And then everybody who was in the line just like silently, awkwardly walks past all of us, and it's like just nothing had happened. And like one lady, one of the old ladies that he had fallen on, was like, "Thank God you picked him up. Who knows what would have happened?" And it's like, yeah, his fucking pants or leg would have gotten eaten or potentially died. Like, what the fuck?
No one helped him.
Nobody helped me save this dude from the fucking escalator.
No one hit the button. I've always wanted to push that.
Nobody did anything.
Where is the button? I was just thinking to myself, is there a button?
There is a button on the bottom. Usually there's an emergency stop button.
It was insane. I've never seen that many people. Like, only in New York City, like TikTok videos, have I ever seen that many people just watching a tragedy happen. And I was just like, I couldn't believe it. It was the first time I've ever seen it in real life. I'm like, what is wrong with you motherfuckers? Like, what is he just gonna watch him get eaten by the escalator?
It's a bystander effect, man.
Bro, insane shit. That's like, I've never seen that before. It's a crazy thing to see in real life. But what else is crazy to see in real life? The auroras, which I did get to see on the my last red eye I'm ever going to take. I like leaned over the aisle there on the other side, but I saw them out the window. Whole sky, you know, pink, green, that kind of stuff. Beautiful stuff. Very badass all over the United States. Like, there's one out of a plane. Yeah, Eric's showing it. You see, it's just bands of pink and green running across the sky. Damn. Like neon greens out there. Like, it was everywhere. It was reported as far south as Florida. So like, people, if you have a clear sky and you don't have a ton of light pollution around you, you can see these auroras right now in your backyard. So they may continue to stretch into this week. Thank you for producer Eric for popping up all the best pictures you could find while I'm telling you what's going on. And basically, the aurora is a result of a geomagnetic storm that went on the sun. And this is what happens when the Earth gets more energized particles from the sun than normal. This is what they look like when they interact with Earth's magnetic barrier. So basically, we're just watching a cool sunstorm at night, and they say it may last into the week. So pretty fun.
It's incredible.
Yeah. Have you guys seen them yet?
Austin's a little bit too far south.
Yeah, you got to get out of town a little bit if you want to see him. Yeah.
We're right on the brink.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Like Dallas had it, but you guys didn't have
Marble
it.
Falls.
We couldn't have the eclipse and the aurora all in one year.
No.
But this is another one where ancient people would have been so fucking confused. They would have thought something crazy was about to happen, right? Because like
the sky's
it's
burning.
all night, the sky's like pink and green. You've never ever seen it before, because why would you?
I bet the sailors were freaking out.
Yeah, that's beautiful over the ocean. Eric's showing us right now. It's just like everything's pink. It's sick. And that's like in the dead of night. Yeah, it's really cool. If you haven't checked it out yet, I would highly suggest driving out of town. It's like, while we're taping this Sunday night, Monday night maybe be able to see him, but hopefully saw it over the weekend.
Yeah, it's one of my bucket lists. Not real happy that it's 30 miles away from my line of view.
Would you be satisfied with a slight aurora in Austin though? I don't know. I mean, it'd be cool to see.
Also,
but
I don't know.
No, Wes. The thing about this is it's not slight at all. This is way more strong than you would ever see if you like went aurora hunting.
Oh, really?
It's the strongest. I've seen other auroras before. This is by far, the sky is completely lit up.
No, I want to see the green. I want to see the green one though. The pink one.
It's much strong. It's very, very. It's a good time to watch.
All right. No, I'm just jealous. It's all good for the people that saw it. Happy.
It was
for
like
you
90% of America had access to see it.
90% of America, Mark.
Yeah, because like really, you have to be like I-10 or lower to not see it, which sucks. Or Austin, who's like just above that. So yeah, there's one in Florida. So people are, it's all over the place, all over North America.
Send us your aurora pictures if you got any.
Oh, there's tons. Scroll the internet. It's nothing but aurora pictures.
That's all it is.
All right. Well, speaking of planes, travel, we've all heard of the Mile High Club, right?
Yeah.
It's where you have sexual intercourse with your partner while on an airplane that is in the air, preferably at cruising altitude, I think, which is actually like the 6 Mile High Club, since a mile is 5,280 feet and commercial jets cruise at about 35,000 feet.
That's my first question, Wes. Thank you.
Yeah. Yep. Now, according to Wikipedia,
what if you fucked on the way up though?
Yeah, then that's exactly. You gotta.
Aren't you just?
Yeah. You're just like.
Yeah.
If you have a little that little altimeter or whatever on your phone they have nowadays, you could time it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a great point, Wes. If you just have had sex in Denver, are you in the Mile High Club? Because it's the Mile High.
It has to be on an airplane.
I know, but like it's a stupid name, as you point out. It's like really not accurate depiction.
Right.
Of what it
they
is.
should call it the
Miles
plane club.
High. Yeah.
Fuck on a plane club. Anyway, according to Wikipedia, other than the obvious fact that sex is awesome, the urge to fuck on an airplane can be explained in a few ways. Obviously, the first, you get horny, you want to fuck. 2, you really want to be part of the club. 3, the thought of getting caught or in trouble, it's taboo. That gets you and your partner kind of excited. But there are other explanations, ones that derive from physics and deeper psychology. Wikipedia says that the vibration of the plane makes people want to fuck more. So it's like an aphrodisiac. You're like, you're bumping around and you're like, start thinking about sex and you're like, hey, we should fuck on this fucking plane. What do you think about that? About fucking,
Yeah.
Wish I wasn't flying with my sister, but
yeah. Some also theorize that people who engage in the act have had personal fantasies about pilots, flight attendants, other aircraft crew, or a fetish about planes themselves, which is a type of mechanophilia, which is like where you have a strong urge to you get turned on by machines like helicopters, airplanes.
You want to fuck
dangerous. Yeah.
You want to fuck in every type of transportation, right? So you cross things off your list like car, train, boat.
Yeah.
Like plane's a big one.
Yeah.
That's a dangerous game though if you want to fuck machines, because your dick is highly liable to get destroyed doing that. Lots of gears,
helicopters,
metal.
No thanks.
Yeah.
But I did a little research. Like, when did this all happen? I thought it maybe when planes were invented, but no. The first reference to the concept of fucking in the sky is found in the Betting Book of Brooks, which is a London gentleman's club. So in 1785, this is only 2 years after the first successful balloon ascent by some guy's name I cannot pronounce. And in the book, in this betting book, it reads, Lord Cholmondeley has given 2 guineas to Lord Derby to receive 500 G's, I guess that's maybe grams of silver or whatever, whenever his lordship fucks a woman in a balloon 1,000 yards from the earth.
Nice.
So that was the first known reference of this club, or this potential club. It was a bet between 2 lords. After
in a hot air balloon, that's
in a hot air balloon. Yeah, that's cool, right?
Yeah.
And of course, once planes were invented, the fucking really started during the First World War. This guy, German ace Oswald Balke, was disciplined by superiors for taking a nurse up in the cockpit of his fighter. He was allegedly.
I'm sick. I'm real sick, and I'm gonna have to take. Gonna have to bring a travel nurse with me.
Yeah. But people aren't so sure that he actually was the one because it was a very small cockpit. And it would have required him to constantly keep his hands and feet on the control stick, rudder pedals.
He just told everyone he did it.
Yeah, they just kind of like this guy is such a badass that they just assumed that if a nurse was up there with them, he was fucking.
Well, if I know Oswald, he got it.
Yeah.
Just because you have your hands and feet places doesn't mean you can't be boning.
And you can dive, you can go on fly real high, then just let that thing dive.
It's your fifth appendage. You know?
Yeah. And then in 1916, pilot Lawrence Sperry and socialite Dorothy Rice Sims were described as the first persons to engage in sex while flying. The two flew in an autopiloted equipped Curtiss flying boat near New York in November of 1916. And they're really like the ones that get credit with the first Mile High Club. Okay. So that's a little history of the Mile High Club. And remember, you can always, charter a plane through companies like the Love Cloud, which will take you and a partner up in the sky for 30 minutes with the sole purpose of fucking. And then they'll give you a card that you can lose all your friends with when you show them the card that you keep in your wallet.
That's the lamest thing.
Yeah.
What?
No,
and it's $995.
No, the thing is, I'm a member. So I told you guys when that time I flew private, there was a Blumpkin seat. But it was the weirdest thing ever because it was like if you had to use the toilet, you had to take the top off a legit seat to go to the bathroom, and then across from that seat was another seat for I don't know what.
But private PJs, you'd be fucking on a PJ. But I mean, like the whole point is you have to have it happen kind of like organically, like you like to plan a trip, bring someone.
There you are, sitting next to your sister.
Yeah, you can't. You can't pay $995 for the sole purpose of having sex on a plane. Right. It doesn't count.
No, it's got to be taboo. It's got to be like almost get caught.
No,
like,
no.
The
whole thing is
exactly.
The whole thing is it has to be in a commercial airplane bathroom.
That's what I think.
To me, like PJs don't really count. If you fuck in a commercial airline bathroom, that's the Mile High Club.
Right. You don't have to be an Oswald to fuck in a PJ. It's harder to do it on a commercial.
Yeah, exactly. It does take some skill to pull it off in the fucking commercial bathroom. Like that's hard. Yeah. Because like a lot of people are going to be trying to come check on you if you're in there too long, and you have to be slick about both going in there without going in there at the same time. It's a more difficult move to pull off than just fucking on a.
What about a hand job to completion under the blanket, which is easy to pull off? Does that count?
That's what we're about to talk about, Mark. Because some people can't afford a Love Cloud. Maybe they don't have enough balls to go all out on the plane, so they create their own airplane sex clubs.
Yes,
like one couple did on the morning last Tuesday, British Airways flight from London to Dublin. And I'm not sure what we would call this club, but basically what they did is exactly what Mark described. According to one disgusted 26-year-old woman named Farah, who was traveling with her mother and brother. Basically, the couple put a scarf or blanket over the guy's erection, and the woman jerked him off. And here's a picture that someone grabbed. There's kind of like the setup they had. He was, I guess, by the window. I don't know. To me, that looks like two guys, but they said it's a man and a woman. But anyway, so the woman said, I was turning to look at my brother.
That woman's wearing a lumberjack outfit.
Yeah, I can't tell which one's the woman, to be honest.
She's cold.
Maybe he's sitting in the middle and she's using her good hand, her right hand to do it. But she said, basically I was turning to look at my brother, and then I saw sort of vigorous movement, and it was very blatant, and they went at it for like 15 to 20 minutes because I guess, like, a little bit of stage fright takes you a little while.
Stage fright. Yeah. Wow, 20 minutes. Yikes. He put her through a lot.
But she also said there was kids running up and down the aisles during the roughly 1 hour flight. And when they were told to put the seatbelts on, it was obvious because he zipped up his pants and blah, blah, blah. And they got away with it, though, because no one reported it to anyone. And the British Airways is like, no one told us about it. So, good on them.
What are you going to do if you don't actually see skin of the penis and it's under a blanket? What are you going to do? They could just deny it.
I agree. That's a very respectful setup. Whatever they had going on over there was respectful as shit.
Well, I don't know about respectful getting a hand job while kids are running in the aisle, but
as respectful as you can be on a
as you can get.
As you can get. Sure. But no. If there was another person in the aisle with them, not respectful.
Right.
Plus, she dressed up like a man to confuse people.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure the man's in the middle, and she sat appropriately with her strong hand to have easier access. But this is the best comment I saw from Mike on Long Island. From what I read in the article, I'm more annoyed by the kids running up and down the aisles. That's what pissed Mike off.
Michael was excited about that. Yeah.
Anyway, that's the show. Hope you enjoyed that. I've got a great story about a massage parlor happening that happened to me today, but I'm going to share that on Hive Hour. So if you're not a member, go to patreon.com/HARDFACTOR and you can get that Hive Hour, and it's pretty funny, pretty good story. And also lots more content over there. So check it out. But most importantly, we love you and we hope you have a great fucking day.